at ya, at ya. Tell ya when it's masked up, coming at ya, coming at ya. Rhyme style disaster, coming at ya, at ya.
Hey everyone, welcome to Outspoken. I am your host, Nigel Ashford, and this is episode 15. This is our second cooking segment, and I'm really excited. So I started this cooking segment because I don't know how to cook, and it's no secret to that. So I am reaching out to these amazing, amazing cooks who can help a brother out in making sure I can whip it up in the kitchen. So joining us is our cooking extraordinaire, Rashawn Wilder. Rashawn, what's up, man? How are you doing?
What's up? I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing amazing, guys. This is Rashawn Wilder. Rashawn, before we get started, how about you just tell us a little bit about yourself and your cooking journey?
Okay, so well, I'm Rashawn Wilder. I'm from Detroit, Michigan, which is one of the absolute best cities ever. And of course, what I love about Detroit is, the history of my family. Like growing up, my mom was always cooking, my grandmother was always cooking, and that really was just like passed down to me. And naturally, I had this desire to want to cook different foods and just learn more about food. And my cooking journey has been absolutely amazing because if you told me this, 20 years ago that I would be eyes of a foodie or, having a cheesecake business, I would have never believed you. But everything has worked out for the good. And I love the life that I live. I love food. I love the opportunities that food has. The food has really open, those doors that's open for me through food. And so I'm excited. I'm excited about today and what we're going to cook today and all that good stuff.
Awesome. So let's tell us what exactly are we cooking today?
Okay, so something that I'm really known for are my taco egg rolls. Okay, so it's imagine a taco, but in an egg roll and deep fried and just yummy, and you get all those Mexican spices, you get all the heat, the flavor, just all the goodness. So I'm excited.
All the good stuff, right?
Yes.
So how did you come up with this? Well, before I ask you that, we're gonna first we're starting off with what? We're starting off with bell peppers, correct? And
yes. Yep. So we're going to start off with the peppers. You want to finely chop those peppers because you don't want big chunks of peppers in the ground turkey. I mean, unless you like those chunks. I personally don't. Like, I'm really picky.
You want to know it's not there. You just want the flavor.
Exactly. But if they're really, cooked down and sauteed well enough, then I'm all for it. So it adds a lot of flavor for sure.
So now this is how novice I am, Rashawn. If you are, how do I go about cutting this pepper?
Okay, so what you want to do, you want to do flesh side up.
Like this?
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
So actually, if you start in the middle, because I have smaller peppers. If you want to start in the middle, turn it upside, right?
Upside.
Yep. And go to the center and cut it right through the middle. Just cut it. Yep. Boom. Okay.
Yeah.
Now what you want to do, you want to get rid of the white.
And I wash my hands, everyone. I wash my hands. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And I wear gloves because all the acids and all the other things from food can really mess up your hands. So I always wear gloves to protect my hands.
Rashad, that wasn't on the ingredient list now, brother.
You don't need that. Like, your hands are fine. Like, your hands are fine. Listen, but for me, because I have really sensitive skin, and I don't want to break out or anything, so I like to use gloves, but your hands are the absolute best.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So once you get rid of the white flesh,
Okay.
and the seeds. You want to de-seed that as well.
Okay.
Okay, and toss that to the side for trash or, you know,
Okay. Toss that to the side. And this is not the good white meat. This is the bad white meat.
that's the bad white meat. And speaking of white meat, I only eat white meat chicken too. So, like, people always make fun of me, like, how are you a foodie and a chef and you don't eat this, that, and that? I'm like, I don't know, but I know what I do like, and I only eat white meat chicken.
Okay. So, and you said chop it up fine, and let me
Yes.
know doing this right.
So I'll show you what I have. I pre-chopped mine. If you can see, you see how thin they are?
Oh yes, yes, yes. I
Okay.
exactly know what you're. Let me do this. Do that. Try not to bleed on any of the food. Amen.
Amen. Another reason why I like to wear gloves because that's not fun. It's not fun to get cut and it's definitely not fun to bleed.
So while I'm cutting these up, Rashawn, tell me, how did you start your career in cooking and how did your love of cooking actually start?
So I started cooking, or my love for cooking, literally was just watching my grandmother and my mom cook, and every Sunday, I don't know if you remember, but the movie Soul Food, we watched that. My family watched it, and ever since that movie came out, we had started the tradition of Sunday dinner. And I would, instead of playing sports or instead of getting into other things, food was like a savior for me. That was my saving grace. It kept me in the kitchen, it kept me close to my mom, it kept me close to my grandmother. And honestly, my family is full of great cooks, so I am very blessed to know what I know.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when I started Eyes of a Foodie, I initially started that just to show recipes. But that kind of turned into other things, and it led
Mm-hmm.
to me eventually auditioning for MasterChef.
Oh
And,
wow.
after MasterChef, once I got eliminated from the show, I went back home and I'm like, let me see what else I can do. And it just kind of blew up from there.
Now was grandma now my baby was cheated.
Would you say?
Did grandma go crazy? Was she like, now my baby was cheated?
No, my mom. My mom is one of my biggest cheerleaders.
All right, mom.
And yeah, like she's always rooting for me and I'm the baby. I was the baby of my siblings.
Oh,
So
does that mean you're
um
spoiled or something?
no. I was the
Uh-huh.
one. I think it was
Uh-huh.
the opposite for me because growing up, I was the one who had to do right. I had to stay in the books. I had to get good grades in school. My mom, like, we didn't have friends over, especially me. My mom didn't really like me to have friends over, which was cool because I really feel like it helped me and it developed me into who I am today.
We have the same parents. That your mom was like, you can't. They can come over here, but you can't go over there.
No, it wasn't even that. We couldn't go. Like the only place I went to was my dad's house with my step mom and my step brothers and sisters. That was
Okay.
the only place I was able to go, or to like family's house. That's it. Friends, no. I don't think I've ever stayed the night at a friend's house growing up.
No, don't say those. Okay, Rashawn. Now I'm on the red pepper.
Okay, so you want to do the same thing with all three?
The same thing. I already cleared out my seeds. I'm chopping it fine. I'm chopping it in the smaller chunks
Yeah.
so we can get that good taste. That good. Is it okay if the peppers are in the same bowl?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yep,
And now I
because
already, before the show started, guys, I already did cut up a jalapeno
oh,
pepper.
perfect. You're gonna throw that in there too.
That already.
Yep.
So, how did you come up with the idea of these taco egg rolls? Like, what was the inspiration? Because
You
I mean, you're
know,
you're mixing a whole Chinese Mexican dish and making like the United Nations with your food.
listen, I'm all about infusion of food. With this particular recipe, I already love egg rolls.
Okay.
However, in Detroit, where I'm from, we always did corned beef egg rolls, you know, and that was at some restaurants, that were known for the corned beef sandwiches, and they would do the corned beef egg rolls. So one
Ooh.
day, I'm like, I love making like gourmet nachos and all this other stuff. I'm like, what if I put that into an egg roll? What would happen? And baby, I'm
What would
glad I
happen?
did because it like changed the trajectory of Eyes of a Foodie.
Oh, wow. So, how did you know what ingredients to use? How did you know like what to do? I mean, was it trial, like everything trial and error?
For the most part, like a lot of my recipes are developed because I just want to experiment. But I know my mom, she would always, when she would make us tacos, um, she would have this specific recipe that she created and that she did. So when I started cooking, I used her recipe, but I really took it to the next level. Like what I love about a lot of my recipes is that a lot of them are from my childhood. And I just love taking those recipes that my mom did, that my grandmother did, and just taking them up a few notches and still, paying homage to them.
Right. That is amazing. Do they have you working your butt off during Thanksgiving? Who's in the
They sure
kitchen?
do. Like I flew back to Detroit because I'm in LA now. I flew back to Detroit for Mother's Day. And like that was the only thing the entire family was talking about prior to me arriving to Detroit. Oh, I can't
Okay.
wait for Sunday. I can't wait for Sunday. Ray's gonna cook. Rayshawn is gonna cook. So when I got there, I made this lavish meal, and they were super excited. My mom loved it. My grandmother loved it. So it's always great to see how when I was growing up, I would be excited to eat their food, and now when I cook, they're super excited to eat my food and tell everybody about it.
Oh, wow. Awesome. Okay. Now, Ray, we're going to put up the camera so we can make sure this is correct. So I did the green peppers. I did the yellow, green, and orange bell peppers, and this is the jalapeno peppers. Is this
Nice.
enough?
That looks good. That looks really good.
This is so. The last thing is the
The
onion,
onion,
correct?
yes.
Okay.
So yeah, and the easy trick about an onion is that if you chop it in the middle and pull off the first layer,
Chop
it
it in the
just
middle.
makes it. Yep, chop
So
it just like you
everything's right
did
in
the
the
pepper,
middle.
right in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah, use those muscles. Get through that onion.
I'm
Ah.
trying. I'm trying.
Ah.
Okay, so
Okay.
we're
So
just gonna
now,
do
so now the easy part with when you chop an onion in half instead of taking off the skin before you
a.
chop, now that you've chopped it, you can just pull the skin off or the first layer off very easily, and you don't have to worry about, just taking off the skin
Oh,
prior to
oh
chopping.
my gosh.
You see how easy that was?
Yes. Look at you. I learned something, y'all. Okay.
Now
Okay.
you can just chop away.
Okay. So does it matter which
So
way?
it doesn't matter which way, but you want to have them about the same size as the pepper so everything can cook evenly.
Okay.
And here you will see how I have like the medley of the jalapenos, the other peppers, and I'll show you the onions as well. And I love onion, so like onion, what I love about onion is that even though it makes you cry sometimes, it has so much flavor, and you have different varieties of onions. Me personally, my favorite onion is the red onion.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the sweetest, and it's just so good, and it's pretty in a dish. Do you have a favorite onion?
I would have to also agree. So I the red onions, purple onions for the longest time until my mom was like, "Oh, what onion?" I said, "A purple onion." And she was like, "Baby, that's how we can tell you don't cook, cause
Oh
it's called a
gosh.
red." But doesn't it look like a? Isn't it purple though?
It,
Why do
it,
y'all
it
call it?
is purple. Don't you're right in that sense. It is purple, but it's called a red onion.
Oh goodness! Now everybody's just calling me out for my non-culinary skills, but it's
It's
okay.
cool though.
I make up for it in other areas though.
Well, that's good.
And
And clearly you have a desire to learn more. So,
to
that will
learn
take you much
more.
further than someone who doesn't cook at all.
Okay.
So while you're cooking, I'm gonna turn my pot, or I'm sorry, my pan over on medium heat.
Okay.
I'll heat up about a tablespoon of oil in the pot. And
Okay.
you don't need much oil because the peppers and the onions, they produce their own oils.
Mm. Okay. All right, y'all. Okay, so we have the onions, we have the peppers, and we have the bell peppers. So,
Okay.
will I be putting those in the skillet, or will I? What will I be doing with those next?
So you're gonna put peppers in the skillet first
The bell
because these,
peppers, or
yes,
both?
all
All the
all
peppers.
all of the peppers,
All the peppers. Okay,
all of
guys.
the
So we're
peppers.
making our way over.
Peppers, I put these in the pan first because they take longer than onions, and you don't want the onions to be done before the peppers. Like I said, I love sauteed and really well done veggies in my dishes. So I try to
Uh-huh.
cook the veggies, the harder veggies first. Okay. I'm gonna do about a pinch of salt. I like to use Himalayan salt. White salt is fine too.
So we're going to be using the no salt, sodium free salt alternative
Oh,
because
listen, that's
we're
fine.
going we're going healthy, healthy over here.
Oh, okay.
We,
Well, yeah.
before we want to.
Modify the recipe as you need.
Get the peppers. Now, don't be like me, y'all, and make a mess.
That's the best part about cooking. Make a mess. Okay. We're gonna let these cook for about 5 to 6 or 7 minutes. You just want to get those to sweat out, get a little translucent before you add the onions. Mm. Your house is gonna be so fragrant from the peppers, and then once you add the onions and add the garlic, it's gonna smell amazing. Okay. So Nigel, do you have a favorite type of food?
Can you hear me, Michelle?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, yes, I do. I love anything that's Italian. I'm a huge Italian.
Oh, me too. Actually, so I make pasta from scratch, which is like heaven on earth.
Okay. So, Rashawn, am I doing this right?
Let me see. Yep, yep. You're just gonna let those sweat out,
Okay.
okay? And you'll see that they'll start to get translucent. And once that starts to happen, you're gonna add your onions, as I'm about to do.
All right. Just tell me when, Rashawn. We're gonna
Okay.
again novice. We want this to turn out right the first try. So
Oh,
when I
trust me, it will.
so when
It
I
will.
go
You won't get it
home,
wrong.
so when I go home and show out in front of the folks,
How are
and
they
I'm
looking?
reading my mama now, son, this is good. What's up? You know, we like, I need a little something, so.
All right. Are they looking pretty translucent?
I'm gonna let you be the judge of that.
Okay. You got it. Listen, trust your gut.
Trust the instinct, the cooking instinct.
Yes. Okay, that's good. You can start to add your onions.
All right.
So mine are over here cooking up. I'm going to add some coarse cracked black pepper.
All right. And we have our ingredients here. I don't think we've had a chance to show it. So before you add your pepper, so we do have the ground turkey, the
Yes.
black pepper, taco seasoning mix, um, salsa. What was the name of this again?
Cilantro.
Cilantro.
Cilantro. See.
Cilantro. And I have big roll wraps, the bell pepper here. And let's go ahead and add the black pepper.
This smells amazing.
I know, I feel like I'm doing something.
You are. But be careful. Your nose may get a little like tingly because of the fumes from the jalapeno and the seeds.
So, Rashawn, how can you mess up this dish? What do people do to go wrong?
You know, I try to do very simple recipes, so I don't know how you can mess this up. Like it should be really easy. I try to do really easy dishes, um, for someone who wouldn't know how to cook, I think if you, oh, the garlic. You can mess your dish up by burning your garlic, which I'm about to add now. Always add garlic last if you're sauteing because garlic burns really quickly and really easily. And burnt garlic is not good. It will ruin your dish. And that's one way that you can for certain mess this dish up.
All right.
Now I have some minced garlic. And I'm gonna do about 2 tablespoons. I'm sorry, 2 teaspoons of garlic mix. And I add garlic to literally every dish that I make.
Peppers smell amazing. Mm, really good.
How's it looking?
How does this look, Rashawn?
Okay, cool. You added your onions.
I added the onions, I added the
Okay,
garlic, I added the
perfect.
salt, and I added the pepper.
Awesome. Let that cook down. You want to get those onions uh, just as translucent as the pepperings.
Say that again.
I said let that cook down a bit. You want to get those onions just as translucent or clear as those peppers.
All right.
This
So
technique
until
really brings out the flavor in the onion.
gotcha. Until we get those onions where we need it to be, we're gonna go on a quick break to a quick commercial break, but we'll be right back. So stay tuned as you're cooking it up with me and Rashawn Wilder. We'll be right back.
It's time to step up, prep up.
Step up, prep up.
To help keep you free from the risk of HIV.
From the makers of Truvada, there's another PrEP option, Descovy for PrEP, a once-daily prescription medicine that helps lower the chances of getting HIV through sex. It's not for everyone. Descovy for PrEP has not been studied in people assigned female at birth. Talk to your doctor to find out if it's right for you.
Step up for health and body.
Prep up for your one and only love, or many loves. For kings, this queen, and you royals in between. For my now.
Our now.
And my future.
Our future.
Step up, prep up. Descovy is another way to prep. Descovy does not prevent other sexually transmitted infections, so it's important to use safer sex practices and get tested regularly. You must be HIV negative to take Descovy for PrEP, so you need to get tested for HIV immediately before and at least every 3 months while taking it. If you think you were exposed to HIV or have flu-like symptoms, tell your doctor right away. They may check to confirm you are still HIV negative. Serious side effects can occur, including kidney problems and kidney failure. Rare life-threatening side effects include a buildup of lactic acid and liver problems. The most common side effect was diarrhea. Tell your doctor about all the medicines and supplements you take, or if you have kidney or liver problems, including hepatitis. If you have hepatitis B, do not stop taking Descovy without talking to your doctor. Ask your doctor about your risk of HIV, and if Descovy for PrEP is right for you.
Words are loud, but actions are louder.
Step up.
Prep up.
With Descovy for PrEP.
Get help paying for Descovy for PrEP. Learn more at stepupprepup.com.
Style disaster coming at ya.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Outspoken. As you see, we are cooking it up here with Rashawn Wilder. Now, Rashawn, back to what you were saying. These onions look a little brownish.
Okay. Well, that's good. Brown is good. Brown is better. So with that being said, you're gonna add your garlic. And once again, you added the garlic.
Yes, I added my garlic. I added my salt, my pepper.
Okay. Now, one option that I like to do is to add green chili peppers. That's just an option, an additional option that's not necessary. It's just something that I like to be more authentic to the Mexican culture. And when everything is...
It's already in there.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
So when it's all done, your veggies, your onions and peppers, that medley should look like this. Oh, that looks amazing. Here, let me bring it up to the camera. Oh God, look at that. Like this, you could eat this just like that. Would you say?
Now does mine look like that?
Just keep cooking it. That's actually really close. You're getting there.
Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that.
No, you're getting there. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna add the ground turkey. And once again,
so
you can
add the ground turkey in.
Yes.
Okay. So
Yep.
while this is cooking, should I keep stirring or should I go ahead and get the ground turkey?
Just go ahead and get the ground turkey.
All right, let me go and get
Okay. So I'm gonna show you this trick before you add the turkey. So in the middle, I made like a big circle or a well. I'm gonna put the ground turkey right in the center, and then I'm gonna fold the vegetables in. That way they don't continue to cook, so they don't burn. So.
Okay. Oh, so you made a little circle.
Yep. Right in the middle. And whenever you're working with raw meat, make sure you wash your hands after you touch the meat.
So this
What was
so does
that?
this look right, Rashawn?
Let's see. Yep, perfect. Okay. So what you want to do, you want to start breaking the ground turkey up, okay? You don't want big chunks of ground turkey. You want to make sure that it's really finely, um, like almost minced in a sense, while you're adding the vegetables from the side to the inside, okay?
That's when I start doing my
So
chop. You see that?
outside to the
You see
inside. All
that?
right, I hear it. I hear it. I see you.
You see that?
I see it.
All
All right,
right.
so outside to the inside,
Doing a
okay?
little song.
Outside to the inside. Outside to the inside. You can also do
Now we
this with a
are adding
fork
some
too.
seasoning to this ground turkey now. We ain't doing it,
Right, yeah. Listen, seasoning is everything. Y'all know we like seasoning.
we like seasoning. We like a little bit. All right, let me wash my hands before I
Okay.
go further. Let's look what you got going on, Rashawn.
Okay, so right now, what I'm doing is I'm using a fork to really get that minced up. Like, remember Sloppy Joe from back in the day when we were in school, who was really finely ground beef? So we're gonna do the same thing, and a fork for me works the best. Like you're literally just going over it, and you keep it over heat, obviously, so the meat continues to cook. But when you break it up prior to cooking, that way, as it cooks, you'll have smaller pieces of the ground turkey.
Now, Rashawn,
Yes.
um, what do we need to season the ground turkey with now?
Okay, so my favorite thing that I always use is our accent. Not a lot of people know about accent. But accent is not salt, but it's made from salt, and it's really a flavor enhancer. It literally says flavor enhancer. Okay.
Okay. So we got our accent, y'all.
hmm
Now we're gonna do a little shake.
Now I like to freehand it a little bit, but the recipe will be posted or is posted now for you guys.
All right. Do we add a little black pepper?
Yep, add some more black pepper. Once again, I like the coarse pepper, or you can do fresh ground pepper, which is amazing. I think it just adds more depth to your dish.
Now, Rashawn, do you like do it in your hand like grandma used to do and just throw it in, or do how do you do
Well, I do it like grandma and mom. So we don't use measuring like when I'm baking, I definitely have to use my measuring cups and all that stuff to get my recipe just right when it comes to my cheesecakes. But food, it's all about taste because what I think may be enough may be too much for you. So you definitely just want to season to taste. Like you didn't add salt, which is totally fine.
it? Now don't do that, Rashawn. I did the no salt sodium free salt.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. The no salt, sodium free salt.
Yes,
My bad.
my bad. Thank you, brother. Thank
Okay. How's it looking? Oh, that's looking pretty good. Make sure you get those vegetables from the outside and fold it into the ground turkey.
Okay.
I'm going to use some no salt as well. Let's see.
Now, is this enough ground beef? We do have an extra package.
Ground turkey, which I will say, you can use ground beef. You
I
can
mean,
use
ground
vegan.
turkey. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
ground turkey.
You can use ground beef. You can use ground turkey. You can use Impossible meat or Beyond meat. You can also use shredded chicken or chicken, and then you'll just shred it, which I do use chicken a lot as well. Okay.
Oh, alright. Should I use another package or is one package okay?
One package is enough. It really depends on how many people you're trying to feed, but one package is more than enough.
How much can one package feed?
That's a good question. You can get probably about 8 to 10 egg rolls with this.
That's for those people who eat. I mean, okay, let me read. What about people who eat?
Who
Who eat
eat?
for real?
Um, you know, you can get about, I don't know, you can probably eat about 3 or 4 of these. And then, this would be great for a date night with you and one other person, or, a few other people. Or like I said, like if you had about 10 different people, they could
Okay.
feed them.
And just a little more seasoning.
Yep. Yeah, make sure you taste it as you go to see what you need, which I'm about to do.
So he said, taste it, y'all. That's what he said. He said, taste it.
That's right.
Let's see how this tastes.
Ooh, that's good. Ooh, mm-mm, that's good. Oh, gosh, you taste the flavor from the jalapenos, that spice. You taste the onions, the garlic.
Mm. Mm.
Ooh, wee. You taste it? You like it? Mm-hmm. All right, cool. Okay, so the next step, okay, once you have pretty small pieces of the ground turkey, you're going to add the taco seasoning.
Okay.
Okay. And this is going to dry that meat up because, as you can see, we do have like some juice from the ground turkey in there. But once you add the taco seasoning, that's going to dry it up a bit. We want a pretty dry mixture so we can feel the egg rolls. Oh, it's amazing.
Is this gonna be your dinner, Rashawn?
It is. It is. Listen, I'm a flight attendant by day also, so um, you know, I typically don't cook before I leave for trips. I mean, I cook when I'm here at home. So this would be great.
Now, am I doing this right, Rashawn?
Let me see. Yep, it's
Rashawn,
looking good.
am I
Yeah,
doing it right?
look, yep, it's looking good.
I want to get salmonella over here.
No, you won't. You won't. Because we're still cooking it, so you'll be fine. Okay. So if one package of taco mix isn't enough, you can add half of another one. Like me, I love that taco flavor. Okay.
Ooh, can't wait to taste it now that the taco seasoning is in here.
Right?
This is so easy to make, Rashawn.
I told you. See, and when I sent you my recipe, you like, whoa. I'm like,
was
it's
like,
not that hard.
Y'all, once you see that list, it's very intimidating.
It is.
Very intimidating.
It really is.
But when you have an expert like Mr. Wilder over here talking you through, got the training wheels on, it's easy.
All right, so this is what it will look like. Look at that. Oh, baby. I cannot wait to eat.
Okay. I'm gonna taste this. Let's see what's up.
Oh, you like that? You like that? All right.
This is what's up.
So, I'm gonna tell you my little trick though, my little secret. Jalapeno juice. Add a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna get the taco cheese or the 4 shredded Mexican cheese, but I said, you know what? I'm gonna follow direction. I'm gonna follow direction.
All right. So the very last step of the ground turkey is the salsa.
Okay, so now we're at the salsa.
Yep. So the salsa is the very last step before we start to build our egg rolls.
What about the cilantro?
Well, I like to put that. Actually, if you like, you can add it while it's cooking. But I also do a layer of cilantro in the egg roll. That way you really don't lose the flavor of the cilantro.
No, we're gonna do it your way. We're gonna do it your way. All right, let's pour this in.
Okay, let's start it.
Is this right, Rashawn?
Let me see. Yep. Okay, that's about enough. Oh, this is about to be so good. I'm like so excited. All right. Okay. Turn the heat off. And we're going to start to build our egg rolls in a few minutes. How is it? Yes.
He said yes. All right, guys. Before we start putting everything in the egg roll, we're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back on Outspoken. Stay tuned.
For people living with HIV, keep being you and ask your doctor about Biktarvy. Biktarvy is a complete one-pill, once-a-day treatment used for HIV in certain adults. It's not a cure, but with one small pill, Biktarvy fights HIV to help you get to and stay undetectable. That's when the amount of virus is so low, it cannot be measured by a lab test. Research shows people who take HIV treatment every day and get to and stay undetectable can no longer transmit HIV through sex.
Serious side effects can occur, including kidney problems and kidney failure. Rare, life-threatening side effects include a buildup of lactic acid and liver problems. Do not take Biktarvy if you take dofetilide or rifampin. Tell your doctor about all the medicines and supplements you take if you are pregnant or breastfeeding, or if you have kidney or liver problems, including hepatitis. If you have hepatitis B, do not stop taking Biktarvy without talking to your doctor. Common side effects were diarrhea, nausea, and headache.
If you're living with HIV, keep loving who you are and ask your doctor if Biktarvy is right for you.
Style disaster coming at ya.
All right, y'all. So we're cooking it up with Mr. Rashawn Wider on Outspoken. So this is my dish. It looks really nice and really pretty. So Rashawn, he said next up is the actual egg rolls, correct?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So Rashawn, do I need to put my skillet down?
Yep. Put the skillet down.
Put the skillet
I'll show
down.
you.
So guys, this is what I bought. I bought the egg roll wraps. Is that correct, Rashawn?
Yes. Egg roll wrappers.
And I was able to find the vegan version, which I really, really like. I'm trying to keep this as healthy as possible. Okay. Hold on.
Okay. So while we're building these, I do have my oil heating. And like I said, you can use a deep pan or pot, or you can use a Dutch oven or a deep fryer.
Okay.
Actually, we're gonna move this out of the way. Put this here. Cheese. Perfect. Okay. And Nigel, for this part, you're going to need a small cup of water.
A small cup of water.
Yes. That will act as the glue or the seal that keeps the egg roll together.
Okay, so Rashawn.
Yes.
Okay, so let's say we have our egg roll packed. So we
Okay.
take it out.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Yep.
It feels so soft, like the dough that's used for pie.
Yes, but it's a lot thinner. It's literally paper thin. Okay. You ready to start building?
Ooh, we're gonna have to take our time with me.
Listen, don't underestimate yourself. Like I said, this recipe should be foolproof. Okay, when it comes to cooking, you're not a fool.
So,
all right.
I have. Is this too much to start off with, or you know what?
Okay. Well, before we put the meat in, I like to do a layer of cheese first.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm doing a layer of cheese first, and I'm gonna do a line in the middle of the egg roll. Okay, just like that. And it's going to be important that we do not overstuff our egg rolls because we don't want any of the filling to come out while it's frying. Okay.
Oh Lord, hold on. I'm having a problem getting the cheese open. Hold on.
Okay. That's fine.
We're having technical difficulties. Okay, there we go.
Okay,
So,
you got it?
I'm gonna do the line.
Yep, of the cheese.
Okay. Okay, Rashawn, is this correct?
Let's see.
Can you see it?
Not yet.
Can you see me lining the cheese now?
I can't see. I see you, but I don't see the your egg rolls yet. Okay. Perfect. Okay, now pull it. Try to keep it in the center because as we roll the eggs, we don't want any of that to come out. So here, let me bring mine up towards the camera so you can see it. Uh-oh. You see how I have space from all of the edges?
Is this right?
Let's see.
Now, did you put it in yet?
Okay, so make a larger border.
Oh, oh, like pat it?
What'd you say?
Like pat it or?
No, bring it down. So you want space in between all of the because it's a square. So you just want to make sure you have space. Crap, let me see if I can do it this way. Can you see?
Is that the cilantro?
Yeah, yep. We add that
Okay.
after the cheese.
Okay, let's see a full shot of that plate again.
Perfect. So we want to leave a border. That way, when we fold it, nothing really spills out.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay, don't mean okay. Okay, me.
Oh. Okay. Listen, you got this. You got it.
See, we were good in the skillet. Okay. What about this?
Okay, so you want to keep everything on the same line. So you
Oh,
see, I have the line of cheese. Then right on top, I added the cilantro.
um,
Okay, so keep it in the middle, pull it. Yeah, just make sure it's more everything towards the center. Yeah, so pull that cilantro down, and you don't want to use that much. It will taste like soap. One thing about cilantro is that too much of it can taste like soap.
do I take more out, or is this
Yeah,
good?
take more out. I literally only like I just ripped it from the stem and just placed it right on top
Okay,
of the cheese.
let's go back to
Okay.
the
You
main shot of your stuff so I can see it again.
okay? You see I have a border, a large
Oh, you
border.
put the stem. Oh, okay.
And cilantro is optional for people who don't like cilantro. I know a lot of people have that Soap taste Gene. That's a joke. Because they think cilantro tastes like soap, which too much of it can. Honestly, it really can. But to me, it just adds like an extra punch when you're eating and biting into your egg roll. Okay. And once you finish that step, I like to add some onions. And what I'm using are kitchen scissors, aka kitchen shears, is what they're called. And these are like some of the most handy kitchen utensils ever.
Is this good?
Let's see. Yes, that's good. That's good. All right.
So now what?
So now I'm just cutting some of the. I'm gonna put a few of the green onions on the inside.
I'm sorry. Say
Right on.
that a little bit louder.
I'm gonna cut the green onions and place a few on the inside of each egg roll, right on top of the cilantro.
Okay.
Once again, green onions are optional. Like my mom, my grandmother, they hate green onions. Okay. All right. Are the
Okay.
green onions all set?
Everything is ready.
All right. So now we're gonna add the ground turkey.
Okay.
Okay.
In the
Once
center.
again, yes, in the center, directly in the center. Once again, don't add too much because we have to be able to fold it without it spilling out.
Okay.
Okay. And what I like to do, I like to turn it diagonally. That way it's easier to roll. And if you don't know how to roll an egg roll, the directions are always on the wrapper.
Okay.
And this is where that water is going to come in.
Okay. And what did you do with the water? Let's do that again.
Okay, so we're gonna wet the tips of our fingers,
Okay.
and we're gonna run the water around the border of the egg roll. Okay, like you're painting, like it's like an envelope. Honestly, this is an envelope for food. You want to make sure those edges are wet.
How's that? How does that center look?
That center looks, let's see. Okay, that looks good, except you just have to bring it. Um, okay, so you gotta keep it all in the middle more, or yep. So push that all the way down. So you want to bring that down because we gotta have enough space to fold.
Oh, make it flat.
No, all right. Let me see if I can show you this.
Is this right?
So that way is good, but like at the top and the bottom, make sure there's less room. You gotta push it way in, all the way. Keep going, keep going, all the way. Okay, good. Now do the same up top at
Oh,
the
at the
other end.
top.
Yep, at the other end. Yep. Okay, good, 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 good. Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. All right. So this is gonna be very. This is the key to folding your egg rolls.
Okay. Let's see that main shot of you doing the roll.
Okay. So Let's see. It's
And
like
let's
a diamond.
see,
We're gonna. What was that?
so let's see this main shot of you doing the roll.
Okay,
Thank
perfect. Is that far enough? Can you see me?
you. Yes.
Okay, so it's like a diamond. Okay, so you're gonna take the bottom of the egg roll and you're gonna fold it up.
Okay.
Okay, and as you're folding, make sure there are no pockets, no air pockets in your egg roll.
So am I pushing it down flat?
Yes, top part, the like the empty part, not where all the stuff is, like the stuffing. We want that to be fat. Okay.
Okay.
Next, we're going to make sure the edges are still wet. We're going to bring one side to the center. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to bring the other side to the center. Okay. Once both sides are folded and rolled, we're going to roll up.
Hold it and roll. And then we're gonna roll.
Yes. And after it's rolled, you're going to dab a small amount of water to keep it together. We don't want any oil to get in there and we don't want those air pockets. And this is how your egg rolls look. Okay. I'm going to do another one. And another one. All right. All right. So we're going to wet the edges. Wet the edges.
Let me get back. Let me get that. Okay. So got an idea how to do this.
Okay. So
And
once
guys,
again,
and before you say that, Rashawn, the guys, this is really inexpensive to make. I think with the ground beef, the cheese, the peppers, everything, a total of what, $16 at Kroger. So guys,
yeah.
this is very inexpensive
Yep.
to make.
Okay. So I have the diamond. Once again, I'm going to fold the bottom portion of the diamond up to the top portion, making sure that I keep all of the filling on the inside and getting rid of those air pockets. Okay. Then I'm going to fold each side left to right and right to left. 1 and 2. Dab a little water to keep it together. Then I'm going to roll the egg roll up. And once again, if you don't know how I'm doing this, the directions to fold an egg roll is on the actual wrapper.
He ain't lying, y'all, because I didn't look at his screen. I was looking at the back of the pack the whole time.
All right. I'm going to do one more. All right.
Okay. Is this too much, Rashawn?
Let's see. No, I think you can work with that.
Okay, let's go back to your main screen then. Well, our two shot.
Okay. So I'm working on my last egg roll.
Turn it like diamond shape.
Perfect. All right. So I will show you the egg rolls. Voila. So while these are sitting, you can either do more, you can fold more if you have a lot of people, or you can get started and fry them up.
Okay, let's start with these two and see how it goes.
All
Now,
right.
with this egg roll, I kind of made like an egg roll pouch. Now, this one actually looks like an egg roll. So, we're going to have egg rolls and egg roll pouches.
All right, I want you guys to be really careful because we're working with hot oil, hot grease. It burns, it stings, it leaves marks if you get burned by it. It's not pretty. Okay, so are
I
you
think
ready to
put
drop them in? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start to fry these up. They cook really quickly. Okay, while those are cooking, we're gonna get some towel. Let's see. It's going good. I would say you want to make sure that your grease that you at least coat up half of the pot or the pan that you're using. That way, so it can like really fry up. Okay. So mine are actually just about done. I'm going to show you guys. Let me get a. Where is my? Let's see. Okay. All right, let's begin here. Here it is. Okay. All I'm gonna get the excess grease off. I'll show you how these look. Okay. All right, so they fry up really easily and really quickly. You can see that. How's it looking, Nigel?
Oh, you noticed that I got quiet.
Okay, I'll take these.
So these kind of remind me of donuts. I learned how, my mom taught me how to make donuts with biscuits.
Yes. Yeah. Actually, we used to do that all of the time. That actually looks like a beignet, though.
I know. That's why we're making egg rolls and egg pouches.
I love it. It will be the kangaroo of egg rolls with the pouches.
Now, how do you know when it's done?
So it'll be golden and crispy. Like if you look at the screen, it should only take about 5 minutes, honestly.
Okay.
5 to 7 minutes. And they'll be golden, very golden. Like Jill Scott says. Living my life like it's golden. All right.
Right. Amen.
And I just like to garnish with, when they're all done, I like to garnish them with some more cilantro and some, here, I'll show you guys, and some green onions.
I need one of those cafeteria. So you see the women who be having the 3 chairs and the big arms
Right.
and be pouring in there. How does this look?
Got a bigger plate. Okay. So you can use your favorite. I have your favorite thing to eat with, like tacos. I have some salsa. Get some jalapenos. Going good over there, Nigel?
Yeah, I think it's looking good. Check it out for yourself.
Yep, they're getting there.
I think it's almost done. This is so easy.
Right?
You can package this, freeze it, and sell it, Rashawn. You see how I just jump into your plan like that?
What was that? What was the last part?
We can package it, freeze it, and sell it.
Exactly. Listen, I have had many orders for this. All right, Nigel, this is what this will, this is the finished product.
Ooh, okay, let me get mine out so I can do the same thing.
Okay. There you go, because I'm about ready to like demolish this.
All right, guys. Well,
All right.
it's still hot. How is that?
Let's see. Oh, good. Listen, that will work.
All right, y'all. So we just made some taco egg rolls with Rashawn.
Yes,
And
give it up. Give it. You need to get up for yourself because you
I
did
know.
it. You
Friends,
did it.
You helped me come through. Now I'm gonna
Good.
dry it because I'm ready to taste it. I'm ready to
Me
taste it.
too. Me too.
So with a little salsa,
Yep. All right, I'm gonna take these
you
gloves
don't have to
off.
tell me how to eat it.
Okay. No, you sure? You good on that
I'm good on
department?
that. I'm good on that. Okay.
All right. Cool.
It's still hot, y'all.
Yes. Be careful. Please be careful. Actually, I'm gonna cut one in half so you guys can see the inside.
Okay. And while you're doing that,
Okay, so you see the cheese, You have the cheese at the top. You have the cilantro, the green onion. The actual egg roll is crispy and fried. Okay, I'm about to eat it, Nigel.
Okay. Had to take one out of the pan. Okay.
All right, cheers. Salsa.
Hot. Good. Hot. Mmm. Mmm. Mmm.
Mm.
Mmm. Mmm.
Mm.
Rashawn Wilder, everybody. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh. So what do you think?
Good.
Mm. You see how all of the different ingredients came together to make this big old medley of just awesomeness. And you infuse Mexican with the spices and the peppers and the seasonings, and then you have the egg roll, which is Asian. Oh God.
This is so good.
Mm.
Can't wait to try this one because it's bigger.
Ooh.
Now this can be appetizer, snack.
Yes. Yep. These are great at parties. During the holidays, if you want to switch it up a bit, these are awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do another one.
All right, y'all. Sorry, mouthful. So, how can somebody find you, Rashawn? How can we get in touch with you? How can we show our support? How do we do all that?
Okay, so you can find me on Instagram at Eyes of a Foodie,
Mm-hmm.
and that's with underscores in between. You can find me on Facebook at Rayshawn Wilder or Eyes of a Foodie Global. You can also go to eyesofafoodie.com. Reach out to me, talk to me. I actually speak back. I want to hear from you guys. I want you guys to make this recipe. Let me know what you think, and yeah, I hope to talk to you guys soon.
Awesome. And you also have a website too, Rashawn. How can people get your services?
So just go, there's a form on the actual website. It'll send me an email. I'll respond. I think the best way, honestly, is through Instagram. So make sure you guys reach out to me there or on the website.
Awesome. Awesome. Rashawn, thank you so much for spending your Tuesday with us, teaching us how to cook
Yes,
this
yes. Well,
delicious
thank
meal.
you for having me. I'm so glad that we were able to do this finally.
I
And
know.
I'm glad that you enjoyed the recipe.
Thank you. Thank you. Now I'm going to cook some more and then eat some more and just share it with the world and act like I came up with it myself.
Awesome. Enjoy.
Thank you. See you later, Rashawn. All right,
Bye.
guys. This has been another episode of Outspoken, one of our cooking segments. Make sure you tune in next week on Thursday for another episode of Outspoken. And make sure you stay outspoken. Have a good night.